being on stage, I felt I'm home.
Introducing Japan.
If those guys were born in America, they might be the biggest band in the world.
今日 Star Talk 呢位嘉賓咧，絕對係日本樂壇嘅傳奇同埋視覺搖滾界嘅靈魂人物。我哋歡迎 YOSHIKI。So we're so happy to have YOSHIKI with us today. Hello, YOSHIKI.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Oh, are you?
No, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's my pleasure to seeing you here in Hong Kong. As a start, can you say hello to your Hong Kong fans?
Hi, this is YOSHIKI. First of all, thank you so much for being so supportive. Hong Kong is the place Japan performed the first outside of Japan, which is really meaningful. It was, I still remember every single moment of that show. So people from Hong Kong fans gave us courage to go overseas. So I will have to thank you guys again. When I finished watching the film, first maybe 30 minutes or something, I couldn't even say a word. But eventually I said, I'm very glad we made this film.
How do you get the idea of making this documentary movie this time?
Actually, it was not like my idea. It was not band members' idea. It was like an agent in America. Our agent has been suggesting many years. Actually, I didn't want to do that at all.
You didn't want to do that at all?
No, because it was too painful to talk about my band member's funeral. When that moment I went to, my father's grave, there's a moment the vocalist I grew up together was brainwashed. But if you put all those into 90 minutes, it was like almost too much. I was like, I couldn't believe everything really happened. But eventually, agent convinced us to create this film.
So how do you convince yourself and how do you manage to share with us all of this past history?
Well, the film, if you see the film, it's like almost too crazy to be true. There are a lot of painful moments. But towards the end, actually at the end, you get really positive feeling. If people dealing with kind of like a mental pain or even physical pain, can give people courage to move on. That kind of thoughts kind of convinced me. Yeah. Also, eventually you have to talk about it. It's like before I die. It's like I was always trying to avoid this kind of subject, but now I can just talk about it. Sometimes people just wanna dress like the YOSHIKI rock band. I think that's okay too, whatever makes you happy and then whatever works. There's no rule.
We know a lot about visual rock in this movie also, through this movie. Actually to you, how would you like to describe visual rock?
We had a slogan called visual shock, which Japan was using. When we were still named, we still call our band X. So we couldn't belong anywhere when we started. We are putting crazy makeup, and then critics or people said, "Who are you guys? What are you doing?" Like, I don't know. We just love all those, makeup and heavy music and soft music, and we combined together. We couldn't find place where we could belong. Then eventually, you know what? We don't care. We want to just do whatever we want to do. So we kept doing it. That eventually became YOSHIKI. So YOSHIKI is people, talk about makeup and everything. That's true, that too, but more like a freedom of what you can describe yourself, like freedom of art, freedom of music, something like this. It's like, we couldn't find a place where we could belong. So that's why we had to create our own genre. I'm still the kind of like a boy, still loves music, but I'm still very motivated to spread the music.
So let us talk about your members, your group members. Are there any moments in particular with each of your friends, your members in Japan? current or the past members?
I mean, there are like too many.
Like Toshi, let's talk about Toshi. The
Then-
most unforgettable moment with you and Toshi will be.
Well, when he got brainwashed. I mean, it was then when he came back, then started becoming friends again. It's like sometimes we took everything for granted, but people, you know, we realized after we got separated. So we realized how important he was for this band, you know, all those members as well. You know, I have so many stories with Hide too. You know, when we are touring like a long time ago, it's not like, you know, we couldn't have your own room at the hotel. You have to share a room. So for some reason, I was always with Hide. Yeah, so, you know, drunk till the morning or just, yeah.
So Hide is one of your most important friend in the world, I guess.
I think so. I mean, yeah.
If we can turn back time, are there anything that you'd like to change your mind when you were having that decision making?
Yes, I would do anything, you know, to avoid Hide's death, Toshi's brainwash process, Taiji's death. So if I could go back the time, and then if I knew, or if I could do anything to change that kind of past, I would like to go back.
Hideto Matsumoto, lead guitarist for the band X Japan, killed himself, leaving no explanation.
X Japan's era was over. Pain been my friend, my enemy. After my father died, my mother bought me drum set. Then instead of breaking things, I started banging drums.
After all these things, do you have like some personal mottos or quotes about your life?
I do. Nothing is impossible. Anything is possible. If we can overcome this kind of pain and then agony and everything, anything can be done. You know, people say we can't do this, we can't do that because of this. Why? You know, anything's possible. You can do this. I'm in a positive way. Yeah.
That when like in some situation we cannot find out the way that nothing is impossible, what can we do, or what will you do?
If there's a will, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Keep thinking, right?
keep thinking. Yeah.
Here comes my final question. And actually, X Japan means a lot to your fans, to all of the people in the world, but to you,
Whoa. What's X Japan means to me?
it's a big question, right?
It's almost like more important than my life, my own life. I didn't create X Japan. Our member didn't create X Japan. All of us, including our fans, created X Japan. Fans, you know, things as well. That's what we call VIX, you know, which is very important thing, like a valuable thing. I used to say X Japan is my life. Now I feel like X Japan is bigger than my life.
And X Japan is a band owned by the world.
Yes.
For every people
I
in the
don't.
world.
I don't own X Japan. X Japan's members don't own X Japan. Our fans and us, we own X Japan. Like X Japan for all of us.
I see. And it's nice talking to you.
Very nice talking to you too.
Thank you, Yoshi.
Thank you.
This is how